Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
V'hinei, Sama HaKadosh Baruch Hu lo odem b'makom sherabim bo marchikim oso b'menu yisbarach. You have to understand, we are in a world that HaKadosh Baruch Hu purposely put us in a place where everything is pulling us away from Him. That's what Hashem is doing. Why? Why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu Dafka create a world like that? It's to give us a challenge. It's to make us so that we can overcome something and earn the schar that we need to get that hana that we discussed in the beginning of the parak. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Dafka put us in a world that's very difficult. These are the taivas, the desires that the human body wants. The human body desires certain things. We have desires, we have taivas. That's part of life. We're human beings, we're physical. And we're put into a world where we see things and we want them. We have a natural drive for certain things. What? The animals are not, their job is not to get hana in this world. The point of an animal is not that he should get schar in olam haba. Animals were put here in this world to serve man. So therefore, the pleasures that the animals get by eating are pleasures that they need to have in order to survive. So if an animal didn't get pleasure from eating, it wouldn't eat. If an animal didn't get pleasure from procreating, it wouldn't procreate. That's just the mitzias, right? That's just the way it is. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave certain pleasures to animals for that reason. Now, are human beings animals? Are human beings just a little bit more sophisticated, more advanced animals? Is that what we are? Or no? We're more than that. And this is what he's coming to tell you over here. That Lemaisa, we have a opportunity to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. At the same time, certain things were made similar to animals in order so that that there should be another generation and that we should survive. If nobody had a taiva to eat, you know what it's like? It's like a computer. If you forget to plug in your computer, so the computer's going to die. So yes, now they have a thing on the computer. If you get low enough on your energy, it starts blinking at you, your computer is dying. But it's not like the computer feels hungry, right? That's what happened. If we wouldn't feel hungry, people just wouldn't eat and they would die. If people didn't get a pleasure from having children, they just wouldn't do it. So obviously HaKadosh Baruch Hu put that into the Bria, but it's more than that. It's much, much deeper than that. This is very much a very, very low level. But it's much, much deeper. And even the pleasure in this world is a higher level, which we're going to see at the later on in this parak even. But essentially, a person can be pulled so much by the pleasures of this world that they can get lost. And we can forget about Hashem. A person is stuck in a war. Every day we have a war. Every single thing in this world, whether it's this way or that way, is a challenge. Let's say you don't have. If you don't have, so you're fighting every day for parnasa. You're fighting every day to make money. So a person might get into too much money. He's craving money. Usher is any better? Usher mitzad echad, and if you're rich, you might even be craving more money. That's what they say. Yesh l'moneh rotzeh masayim. Who's really poor? Who's more poor? Is the poor man the one who can barely make it to the end of the month? Or is the poor man the guy who's so rich that all he does is think about money all the time, and he can't even give tzedakah because I can't lose that money. I can't lose it. I heard a great line from Ephraim Waxman. Said, when you have a guy who's miserly like that, so sometimes people are just miserly, they're not giving any money. My money, I earned it. You don't deserve it. The other people who can't give money, that's not the reason. The reason why they can't give money is because they think that I'm going to need the money. I might need it. I might need it for this. I might need it for that. And that. So that person, not a miser. He's just poor. He's poor. It doesn't matter how much money he has. If you always feel that I can never give up the money because I might need it, I need it for this, I need it for that, then you're a poor man. That's just what you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank account. This is the challenge that people have every day. Whether you're in this category or in that category. You know when they say, Marbe nechos and Marbe daga, the Mishnah says. It's true. People who don't have money don't even realize. But people who have money, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see the nisyanos of a rich person. Maybe we're not going to talk about it right here, right now. But there's so many things that come up just because the person has money. If he didn't have money, he never would have had that nisyon.
If he doesn't have money.
And if he doesn't have money, he has different nisyonos.
What situation is better?
That's what he's coming to say over here. I don't know if necessarily it's better. Obviously, the poor man says, I wish I had that guy's nisyonos. Yeah, when he's going to jail because of those nisyonos, you don't wish you would have had those nisyonos. But everybody looks at, if I had more money, all my problems would be gone. And it's pashut not true. What? Nobody's going to say, I wish I was poor. It's true. And the truth of the matter is that the Medrash says that being poor is one of the hardest, maybe one of the hardest nisyonos that there is. They bring a raya from Eo. That being poor is one of the hardest nisyonos that a person has. But don't think that the rich guy is getting off easy. Don't think that he doesn't have very, very still. No. When you're in that situation, your nisyon is just as hard for you as it is for him. It is. It's very hard to explain to a rich man the challenges of the poor, to explain to a poor person the challenges of a rich person. But I'll just give you one example. One simple example that I think everybody will be able to connect to. Okay? Rich people have a certain problem that they don't really have any friends. Or they feel they don't have any friends. Why do they feel that way? Because they feel the only reason why people like me is because they want my money. I heard this b'peh mole from one person who has a koilel that he went to I don't know if he always when he goes to a simcha, sometimes when he goes to a simcha. But basically, he basically says, when I go, I don't see people, I see dollar bills. That's it. That's what a rich person might feel like. He feels like nobody is my friend. People don't really care about me. They only are my friend because they want my money. Do you know what that makes a person feel like? It makes you feel, exactly, it makes you feel like you're a nobody, you're a nothing. You don't care about me at all. You're not my friend. You just want my money. And you can only have any nisayon if you have money, because if you don't have money, nobody wants you for your money if you're poor. I don't have any money. It's the easiest thing. You get a phone call. Oh, we want to, we're coming around. I know exactly the reason why you're coming. I'm telling you now. It's a waste of time. I don't have money to give you. No, we want to talk to you. Listen, if you want to talk to me, I'm happy to tell you. But I'm telling you right now, the only reason why you're coming is because you're electing, you want money. I'm telling you, I have no money to give you. Do they end up coming? 99% of the time, not. Right? But okay, people need to collect money for good reasons, Seder, and they don't have time. Okay, I understand. But how does a rich person feel? Are you really my friend or you're not really my friend? So the Ani and the Usher both have. They both have this Nisayim. Kinyan Shama Shloimo, Pen is Babi Chichashti, Vamarti Mi Hashem, Penny Varesh Viganafti. Maybe I'm going to get so full. I'm going to become a big Baal Gaiva, and I'm going to say, who's Hashem? I'm everything, which is what many, many very powerful people said. Nebuchadnezzar said that. Sancherib. Very, very powerful. They claim, I'm a god. And you know what happened the next second? Even worse, right? But Mr. Assad, or whatever his name is, they think that they're so big, a second later they're gone. Nebuchadnezzar is the best example of that. When he started behaving like an animal. He lived with animals for 7 years. In the forest, like he was an animal. Or the other side, I don't have any money and I'm going to have to steal. On one hand, to have peace and serenity. On the other hand, to have a surin. The war goes back and forth. What's it better this way? Is it better that way? No, both ways are difficult. Both ways are hard. So what are we supposed to do? Whichever way we're put into, we have to know. Focus. This is about serving Hashem. At the end of the day, you have money or you lost your money. You never had money in the first place. Whichever it is, whatever situation everybody's in, don't lose sight of the Iker. The Iker is serving Hashem.
The guy who's comfortable, he gets enough per month and he's stable in it. He should have no nisyanos.
So somebody like that, yeah, you know what? He should have no nisyanos. You're in the perfect balance. I have just enough money, but not too much. Now, let me ask you, did that guy's air conditioner break? Did that guy have a steama in his toilet and the whole thing overflow and things get ruined? Of course. What do you mean? So you think you're going to get away with nothing? Those guys are going to have tsaras too. Yeah, everybody's going to have, that guy's going to have the perfect shalom bayis. That guy's going to have the perfect parnasa, exactly enough. That guy's never going to need a little bit more. His car's never going to break down, ever. His internet connection will never be disconnected. Never, right? Perfect. Wow. Excuse me. Everybody knows we all have nisyanos in life. We all have nisyanos in life. Just realize, don't think it's going to be better if you were one end of the spectrum or the other. We all are in this world to fight this battle, work as hard as we possibly can, and to focus. This is our avodas Hashem. I'm focusing here. This is what I'm here to do. And yes, there are a lot of challenges along the way. And specifically, when it comes to the things that I need, or I think that I need them, those are the places where we get challenged the most. That guy in the middle, what, he doesn't dream about having more money? Yeah. And
He doesn't have money.
that's right. There can be a lot of things. I was just giving examples of money. There can be a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Right?
He wants to go on a nice vacation and then he goes on way to like his in-laws for the weekend.
Right. And that could be another, forget about money. That's a shalom bayis issue already. There are a million different nisyanos that a person can't even imagine how many things chas v'shalom can go wrong with a person's body. We can't even imagine. Can't even imagine how many different things we should thank Hashem for that our bodies work.
People say they go to the doctor and think that they had something wrong with some part of their body.
Right. I'm feeling muscles I never knew I had. It's amazing. Obviously, we be grateful to Hashem for all the bracha that we have. We don't even realize all the bracha we have. Just 10 fingers. Wow, look, I have 10 fingers. It's unbelievable. 5 on each hand, not 6 and 4. 5 on each hand. Unbelievable. What? We should take that for granted? Go look at the people who don't have it. Do we know people?
Get in our soul, Davin. 3 and 2.
Yeah.
Get 5 fingers on both hands.
Yeah. It's 5 fingers. 3 on one hand and 2 on the other hand. Be grateful, but it doesn't mean we don't have nisyanos. Of course we have nisyanos. Everybody has nisyanos. But that's our job. Keep fighting, keep working, and keep focused on what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, we're going to stop over here.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.